This is Pop Culture on Blast. Hey, I'm Josh.
And I'm Tim.
Tim, what do you think about Bill and Ted? Are you a fan?
Oh, I'm a massive fan.
Thank God.
I'm
okay,
a
because this
huge
conversation was going to suck unless.
Oh,
you
no,
were.
no, no.
By the way, Justin's not here. He's sick. Okay, so anyway. You're a huge fan?
Yes.
Okay, so you must be just as excited as I am about this new Bill and Ted movie.
Oh, heck yes.
Okay, because I've been following this in the news ever since it leaked out, like years ago. And I'm like, I can't wait for this movie. This is going to be so rad. This is almost as good as getting that sequel to Buckaroo Banzai. To me, it is. I think this is going to be great. And it's been in it's been in the news a lot more recently.
Yes.
And it looks like it's going to start filming.
It's supposed to start filming next month, I believe.
And it
March
may
or
come
April.
out this year.
They're aiming for Christmas time.
Christmas release. So they expect this movie to do well. And I think that's a good move. I want it to be a holiday release. I want people to go out and see this movie. I think they're hungry for it.
I think they should put it beginning of December. Get a couple weeks in before Star Wars. Because I don't want it stepped on. I do not want this movie stepped on.
That's right. Star Wars comes out. I forgot. See, I don't care about Star Wars anymore. I've forgotten it's coming out.
I put in vacation time in case there's a marathon, and that's the honest truth.
Of course you did. Okay. All right. So the new Bill and Ted movie has been in the news for a while. I mean, it leaked, but it's been in the news a lot more recently because it's actually gonna happen. You know, for a while they didn't know if it was gonna happen. Now it's gonna happen. Everyone's signed on. They got their money. They got their start date, and they got a release date. So, whether people like it or not, they're gonna get a Bill and Ted 3.
Heck yes.
And the last one came out in like 91, right? 91, maybe 90. I'm thinking, and that was maybe 27 years ago or something like that.
Well, the first one was 30 because that anniversary just came up.
Right. Okay. So we're getting the 30th anniversary of the first one.
All right, yeah. Bogus Journey came out in 1991.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they had Excellent Adventure in 89, which was actually filmed in 87, right? Because it was I think it was held back.
Because they thought they wouldn't want to see it.
Well, they shelved it. That's all I know. I don't remember the full story, but they shelved it for a few years. It came out in 89. And then a few years later, we get Bogus Journey, which I think, although not as beloved as the first one, I think is a very good sequel.
It got very weird, but I liked it.
Weird how? How?
We're going to go to heaven to get these Martians to help us fight the robots.
Yeah.
He wasn't stationed yet. He was two separate Martians, I believe, or
They
three.
called them Station, didn't they?
Not yet. Station was stationed when they were one.
Are you sure?
I believe it's been a while. I cannot 100% definitely. But they fused together and they created the giant version of Station. I'm not sure if they called them Station throughout, but I know for a fact that
Well, they did.
they were separate individuals.
Well, yeah, I remember that.
And
part.
then they fused.
They did.
I mean, I love the whole thing with Death.
Oh yeah, Death was great.
Death was great.
William
kept
Sadler.
losing. 3 out of 5.
Right.
Damn right.
Yeah. Okay. So the sequel was. It didn't play it safe and give us a retread, and that's what I liked about it. You know, it wasn't as endearing maybe as the first one, but I think it took a chance and did things a little differently. That's why I think the sequel still stands up. It brought in some new characters and didn't give us, another time traveling story with historical figures.
Exactly.
And William Sadler as Death kind of stole everything he was in. He did a great job. And William Sadler's going to be back. He's coming back for the next one.
The only unfortunate thing is that George Carlton isn't going to be alive to be able to be in the third one.
Carlton? You got that right?
Carlton. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not.
Okay. George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Carlin. Okay, I said it wrong. Forgive me.
Yeah, Carlton. I don't.
Yeah,
I was like the guy from Family Matters.
I know.
That's Carl Winslow.
Family Matters. Carlton would be from the Fresh Prince.
of Bel-Air.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so they're bringing back They're bringing back the Death character. I don't know if the babes are coming back, if the same actresses are going to come back.
So far, the only ones confirmed are William Sadler, Alex Winter, and Keanu Reeves.
And nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's good.
That's good, because that's exactly what we need. And I'm loving some of these pictures they have on IMDb with the two of them. It's awesome.
Right, that's the pictures they took for like the anniversary.
Yeah,
right?
It feels very Bill and Ted right now.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, I can't wait for this movie. I really can't.
It's called, well, right now it's called Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yes.
That's the working title, which I think is a good title.
I think it fits.
Fits perfectly, yeah. It's good. It's not like, it doesn't sound too much like, Bill and Ted's, Bodacious Odyssey or something like that, which is, I think, something Justin suggested.
It fits within the storyline.
Oh, yeah.
From what they're trying to do.
Right, and so, okay, so plot details have leaked out.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I wish they hadn't, but they have, in that the story is basically Bill and Ted are playing their age, which is in their 50s,
yes.
And they haven't written
the song. They call it the song. Right,
the song. They haven't written this song yet that's supposed to change the world or something like that. And I guess maybe they haven't hit that level yet where they're, these characters, these mythical characters. They haven't reached that status yet.
And I love that.
Which is fine, because, it's got to be somewhere in between what happened at the end of Bill and Ted 2, because remember at the end of Bill and Ted 2, they gave us that montage where they found peace in the Middle East, and then Death got married to Missy. Or no, it wasn't Death, it was Donomalos married Missy. Anyway, but
do they keep that, or do they retcon it? That's a whole nother thing.
I think that's continuity. Like them playing Mars and the air guitar eliminates smog. That's continuity. So they've
so far, yes. Most likely they'll get rid of that as just a joke at the end.
Well, I hope not.
Because, they learned how to play, but they still, even when they left, they never wrote the song.
No.
That stops everything.
That's true.
Rebuilt society.
Well, they never said that it was supposed to be one song.
No. They've confirmed it. They call it the song.
Well, in this movie.
Yes.
In the past, too, they never said it was one song.
They just said what they did, but now it's literally this one song that stops everything. The wars, we become a whole peaceful universe, and all that.
And obviously,
stuff.
We can't hear it. It's
of course not.
No, it's like what's that band? God, why am I blanking right now? Jack Black.
Yes, Tenacious D.
Tenacious. Yeah, Tremendous. It's not the greatest song in the world. It's just a tribute. That song.
Yeah.
So it might be something like that where they have to. They can't actually play the song because you can't write something that's supposed to be the greatest song in the world.
They'll do the whole thing where we can't hear it, or it's, the mic's cut out for us as the audience, but the world can hear.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the end of Bill and Ted 2. It was Queen. And it wasn't Queen. I mean, I'm sorry. It was Kiss. It was Kiss playing.
Yeah.
God Gave Rock and Roll to You, which I thought was a great ending song for that movie. But it wasn't them. It was Kiss. So... are they going to do something like that? I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm truthfully wanting to see where what I would call the Bill and Ted part comes in.
What do you mean?
It's a time travel movie.
Okay, so they're going to do time travel again.
They have to do time travel.
Okay.
Now, from what the rumors are, from what I'm hearing, is that Rufus's daughter is going to come back and help.
Right.
And Bill and Ted are supposed to be taking their daughters with them and travel through time when they try and figure out how and what to write the song.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the plot of it. It's kind of like one.
I sure hope they don't try to do like a CG face of George Carlin or something like that.
I don't think they are. From what I understand,
God, so
the script is aiming for his daughter. Rufus is gone, and this is Rufus's little girl. And so that's why Bill and Ted's daughters are supposed to be coming with them on this, so it can be a whole family thing.
Okay. So do you think they're going to be, still kind of mucking it out, working at Pretzels and Cheese, driving the, their van, their Wild Stallions van?
I think they're going to be. I'm hoping the story is going to be. They thought they would have done it by now. Mm-hmm. And so they're on that other side of that. We're gonna do it. Like crap. Why haven't we done it yet?
Right.
To where they aren't going to really want to do this anymore, Or else why wouldn't they have done it?
It's kind of like the John Connor syndrome.
Yes.
Right? You know, you're told you're going to be great one day, and it just, when's it going to happen?
Exactly. The second that you don't understand, there's no time frame, especially when you change the future. And they've done that within the movie, because I bet you originally that's not how it went, was that if the future didn't change, then that was the other thing that I loved about the movie. It introduced to me causality for time travel. You created our society because we went back in time to help you with your report so you can create our society.
Right.
Became a big fan of time travel and paradox because of
and Ted really did steal his dad's keys.
And he really did steal his dad's keys the whole time. They set up the whole thing, the garbage can on the head,
right,
the recorder, everything. You don't see that on screen.
No.
I mean, you got movies like Back to the Future where it takes a while for it. This is instant. This is as soon as they think about it, it happens. As soon as because they were able to get out, because they helped themselves to get out, so they had to set it up to get themselves out.
Well, you're opening up a whole can of worms with that. If Justin was here, you know, because time travel is his thing. But yeah, I think he and I would both agree. You probably do as well. That time travel is a tricky thing in movies. But
it is.
But each movie can have its own rules as long as they play by their rules in the movie that they're in.
And Bill and Ted has played within their rules, within their frame. You know, they can do this because they've already done it. That's why they're able to do it, because it was done already.
Right. Now, okay, let me ask you this, you know, because if this is going to be another time travel thing with historical figures, which I've read that it will be.
Yes.
I'm hoping that it's not going to be something too familiar, like a retread.
Understandable.
Right.
Especially with how far the second one was from the first one. The big difference between the two. But you have to have some of that first one within it to make an actual sequel that people, I believe, would care about. Because they'll love to hear the characters, but if you have a crappy story, they're just going to be pissed.
So where do you think they're going to be going? Are they going to be picking up, like, figures of rock?
I don't think they're going to be like picking up people. I think they're just going to go and try and find inspiration within human history, within our achievements, to try and create a song that would teach us that we're good, we're okay.
Do you think they're actually going to try to call back on some of the characters from the first one, like Beethoven?
Fucking Beethoven. I'm sorry, that's one of the best nicknames for Beethoven ever.
Or Socrates. I mean, you think they're going to do that? They might.
And the question is, would they remember them?
I don't know. They might.
Exactly.
You know, when they did that, I think it was Shout Factory or something did a special edition of the Blu-ray or something like that. And they interviewed those actors. They're still around. And if they're going for something nostalgic, which is really popular right now, they might actually bring them back. And
no, would it be just a callback? Just they're here for this one person. Oh, look, there's Billy the Kid. Oh, hey guys, hey Bill, hey Ted, what's going on? Just like it's nothing. Or would they put it to where they go to them and talk to them and seek out advice?
It could be. It could be either. I'm definitely thinking now that's something they thought of. Would they do it? I don't know. I mean, I think it would be a nice little wink if they were in it for a moment. But not the center of the story.
Yes.
Definitely not. No.
It would definitely be a good homage for the fan base. Do you think that, because, Keanu Reeves has stayed in the limelight. Yes.
Alex Winter has become kind of like a director. He's done, behind the scenes work. So he hasn't really done acting in a while, at least not that I've seen. Do you think that the two of them will be able to create that magic again?
I think it will, because that's the best part. It's not, in my opinion, it's not something that was hard.
It seemed to come naturally.
It felt like they were just friends and they were just acting like they would with just different vocabulary.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you see those old like EPKs on the disc for like Bogus Journey, I think. They're being interviewed together. They look very comfortable with each other. And they look like they're friends. And they've stayed friends from what I've heard over the years.
Yeah, I think that's not going to be a problem.
Well, it's all a matter of just creating that magic. They actually haven't played those characters in a very long time. So mentally they're not in the same place. That's what's bothering me a little bit, or making me a little concerned.
With the amount of time that they've taken, because they've been fighting for this for years. This is pretty much their Deadpool.
How do you mean?
Ryan Reynolds fought for Deadpool for years to get made.
Okay.
To be made, done properly, not the X-Men Origins bullcrap. And I think that they've been fighting for so long to get this done that they will do what it has to do. That they might have been sitting in their house just 10, 20 minutes a day. I'm Bill, I'm Ted, just putting themselves in that span. Because they fought so hard to get this sequel made, because it's something the fans want. Because I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it for years. Every time I hear something's going to come, a couple years go by, I get disappointed again.
Well, I can't say that I've, to be completely honest, I can't say that I was ever clamoring for another movie. Honestly, I never really liked the idea of a late sequel. If there was ever going to be a sequel to this movie, it should have happened in the 90s. But, but now that they're making one, I'm totally on board with it. I think it's a great idea.
I truthfully have never had that problem. I like the later sequels. I like to find out what happened to the story of the characters after this time frame. It's been 20 years, it's been 30 years. I like to see where they've gone. I like the development of their story. Because you sit there and you leave with them as kids, and then as teenagers, they go back in time, they learn how to play guitar, they get married, they have babies of their own. I would like to see what happened after that point. I would like to see, their grandparents. Are they good people? Are they assholes?
It's all a matter of like the feeling being different. When you look at a late sequel like Independence Day Resurgence, right? They had an interesting idea.
They did,
but they didn't do it very well. But the feeling was not the same. Just didn't look the same. It didn't feel the same.
For that one, I felt they lost the story.
Okay.
It was all action, no story. That's the problem. Independence Day was the other way around. You had the development before the aliens attacked. You had character development.
I'd say lightly.
As quickly as you can within a time frame of this attack happens. This happens within 3 days.
Right.
They developed as many characters as quickly as you could for that type of movie. I truthfully hope that Bill and Ted doesn't have that problem. I think they will give us time to develop, because that's what they did. They developed their characters as they went within the story.
Well, yeah. I mean, Bill and Ted is coming from a very fun place. It's coming from a very loved place. The people that are involved in this, I think it's Ed Solomon and Chris Matheson.
Yes.
And then Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves. They love these characters. And it's something very dear to them. Independence Day, I wouldn't say was very dear, at least. No. So, it's coming from a place of really genuine, heartfelt love, right? So I think we're gonna get a very, I hate to say it again, heartfelt product. I think it's maybe it won't be as good as the first one or as fun as the second one, but I think it's still gonna be quality. I think we're gonna get something good.
I think so too.
But talking about feel though, what else I thought was a late sequel, Indiana Jones, right? They did Crystal Skull.
Yes.
I won't say it's a great movie. I know it has its detractors, the refrigerator bit, but it didn't have that feeling of the first three. You can't get that back. That's gone forever. And that's what these late sequels are suffering from. They don't feel the same as those other ones.
Creed. I'm a big Rocky fan. I'm a big Rocky fan.
No.
Creed to me felt
close.
Good.
Close.
It felt closer than
I'll give it to you on
Independence Day.
They tried to capture the spirit of Rocky, and I'll give you that. They were close. Because it wasn't like, Rocky Part 7. This was another character in that universe. So, yeah, it kept a feeling close to it, but it's not the same thing. It's like when you take an engine out of a car. It's not the same anymore, and you replace it with another engine. It's not the same. It's close. It might sound the same. It looks the same on the outside, but its guts aren't the same, right? What powers it isn't the same anymore. So, but with this, I think it has a better chance because of where it came from, and the same people are involved, right? But still, it's so far removed. It still has a chance of just
Well, every movie has that chance.
Yeah, but
especially sequels.
Yeah, but like 30 years after the fact,
it could be 5 or 10. Look at the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't know anything about Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm a big Disney fan, Pixar fan. I watched it all.
Okay.
Did not enjoy the sequel.
Okay.
Did not feel like Wreck-It Ralph to me at all.
Okay.
And that was just a handful of years down the road.
When it comes to sequels, I think 5 years is the limit. If you can't make it in 5 years, don't bother. Like Ghostbusters 2, 5 years. That was too long.
So then what about Ghostbusters 3?
Oh yeah, this other one. Okay.
Well, you already forgot that one.
No, we did a whole episode on that one. It's too late. But I'll watch it, you know. But what I meant is, it's like there's a time limit on these things. It'll expire. People will grow older. Technology will change. The look of film will change, and it won't have that feeling anymore.
See, I think the opposite of that. I think that you have a large enough gap. You get to the point to where the kids who are watching it as children grow up. They show it to their kids, and they're able to show something that they love to their children. And now there's a sequel coming out for it, so they can go and see that together. It's easier for me to like the television shows that are coming back after so many years. Boy Meets World was one of them. One of the first ones that had Girl Meets World. It had a spinoff. It's been 20 years down the pipe. This is what happens within that time frame. To me, it still felt like the same show, just with different characters and more development.
You watched that?
Of course. I grew up on Boy Meets World.
Well, I mean, I watched it too.
I grew up on it. I grew up with Sean and Topanga.
If they're going to bring back anything, bring back the Wonder Years.
I can agree with that. Do that one as well.
Boy Meets World I could have done without. But Wonder Years, come on. This is a quality show. Bring it back.
I can agree with you there. Bring that one back as well.
Okay. But make sure the dad is alive, okay?
Is he alive?
He was supposed to have died in the last episode, but whatever.
Okay.
I
don't remember
that.
The Wonder Years. Pretty much for me was just Winnie Cooper, and that was it.
Well, there was a lot more to it than that.
Not to me, or was it?
Okay. No, I mean I liked Winnie too, but there was a bit more to the show than that. But with Bill and Ted, my hopes are high, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to be. I'm going to take some time off. Like you said, you're going to take time off for Star Wars. I'm going to make sure I got a day to go watch this. 'Cause I'm going to be there. Yeah. I'm going to be there for this. This is something that, ever since the news leaked out, I've really been looking forward to. And I can't wait to see these guys play those characters again and see what they come up with. I think Keanu Reeves is great. I think he's...
heck yes.
I mean, I know people like to kind of,
The pauses, yeah.
Well, they shit on his acting style. Okay. But... the dude does what he does very well.
Yes, he does.
And he seems like just a really genuine dude. And he just wants to make a good movie. And so does Alex Winter. And I think they made some really iconic characters. And seeing them return to that again is just going to be just completely out of love. I mean, I don't think that... because they wanted to make this. I don't think the studio came up to them and said, we need to make Bill and Ted 3 because 80s stuff is popular right now. We want to make money. No.
That's actually a good reason.
Well, that is a good reason. Well, no, it's not. I mean, depending on how ethical you want to be, I think, and moral. But I think Chris Matheson and Ed Solomon and Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves, they wanted to make this. This is something they wanted to return to. It wasn't about how much money they were going to make. Sure, that's a plus. But this was like, well, we want to go back to this universe. We want to make these characters pop out again. And I think that's going to show in the quality.
I think so, too. I think it's the fans that really want it as well. I think that they are going to sit here and they are going to make a movie that the fans are going to want to watch. Not just because, it's nostalgia. They're going to want us there because I feel that they will be making it for us.
Yeah. Do you think their kids are going to be a big part of the movie?
The daughters? Because from what I've read...
Daughters? Wait, they
have 2 girls. There's a pair of daughters that's within the movie are supposed to be traveling with them.
I thought they had boys. Remember at the end of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey? This is little Ted, this is little Bill.
They can't have girls besides them?
Well, but they also have to have sons, because that's...
Do the sons have... What if the sons flat out left because our dads are douches?
Okay, but
and the daughters still believe in them.
What I'm getting at is this supposed to be a passing of the torch thing? Or are they actually the main characters?
I believe they're the main characters, and that their daughters will be there for... in the place of the princesses. And sort of where they came and they had to show them how to do everything, to where their daughters will be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to have the representation. I understand that. As long as it's good for the plot and the story, I personally don't care.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna show the future again? Are they gonna have that phone booth back?
I believe they're going to.
Are they gonna have it look like they did in part 2 or the first one?
Well, it depends. How bad was it? Part 2 it got real messed up, or the first one it got messed up? The antenna.
No, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is what rumors and conjecture, what people are guessing at. From what they said, Rufus's daughter is going to come. And from what I just read, because I just read the whole, when they posted "Be excellent to each other" on the anniversary, and that was the big news.
Right.
That Bill and Ted's daughters are supposed to be going with them when they go back in time.
Okay, I guess I'm okay with that. But it's Bill and Ted, like it's their movie, right?
Yes, but they also racked up how many historical figures? So much that they had to fly a time ship sideways.
What are you talking about? What?
When the phone booth got so full, they had to actually lay it on its back.
Oh, what is that time ship? I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's a time ship. It's a...
Well, I call it a phone booth.
There's more than one phone booth that can travel through time.
I know, but I didn't call it a ship. When I think of ship, I think of like, a battleship, an aircraft carrier. The Enterprise.
It's still a ship. Well,
technically, yes, but okay, I've never referred to it.
Okay, when they're in the time machine,
that's better.
They have to lay it on its side in order to fit everyone. Yeah. Which, maybe they copied it from Doctor Who. Maybe they could have gone a little bit bigger on the inside technology. No. Well, I actually love the aspect of that, to where they couldn't fit so many people in there that they had to actually stand on it sideways.
Oh, it was funny.
Yeah. That was funny.
I just I'm trying to rack my brain of what we could actually see.
Exactly.
Are we going into the past? Are we going into the future? Maybe both. Are they gonna? If death is in this, then are they going to heaven and hell again? Are they going to talk to God again? Is Station going to come back?
Station.
What are we going to see? There's so many questions and not enough answers yet.
There are no answers. There's Bill, there's Ted, there's death. That's it. Yeah. That's what we know.
Yeah, is Missy going to come back?
I mean, Mom.
Right? Yeah. I mean, is she coming back?
Would she still be married to everyone? Who would she be married to this time?
Well, like I said, she married Chuck De Nomolos at the end of part 2.
If that sticks.
It better. That's what I'm saying. Either way.
Wait. Wasn't there a shot of death when he was getting out of a car and not wearing underpants or something?
You mean in that montage?
Yeah. When he was coming out and he was like...
No.
And then
No.
Where is that coming from?
I have no idea. But in that montage, Death won the Indy 500 he didn't know he could run so fast.
And that's why this movie was good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one in so long.
It still holds up. But other than just making more speculation, I don't think there's anything else I could say other than, I'm just really excited. It's still early in the year right now. It's February, so we got a long time to wait, which sucks. But this is the one I'm really looking forward to. Star Wars, I could care less about right now. Kind of taking a bath on that one. But
not me, man. I'll be there.
I know you will, but
marathon and all.
It's just I'm not really that excited about that one. Bill and Ted, I'm definitely going to be there for that one. So, anything you wanted to say on that one before we close out?
Can't wait for it. Hopefully, they will do a trilogy screening.
Oh, God,
I would love to see that on all 3 of them on the big screen.
Oh God, thank you for saying that, Tim. I wouldn't have thought of that. Dude, that would be so cool.
That would be amazing. I'm actually surprised that they didn't put the first one on for the 30th anniversary for the Cinemark Movie Classics or anything.
They did.
When did they?
I think they did. I'm pretty sure
I pay attention to this stuff.
Well, it got played recently. I think
I don't remember.
Okay, maybe I'm misremembering, but I thought that they did.
I mean, I know they're doing Gone with the Wind again. They did The Wizard of Oz for the 87th time on the big screen after. Yeah. I do not remember Bill and Ted being... Because I would have been there for that.
Okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. I thought they did. But we got a long time to wait.
Yes, we do.
But I think a trilogy, it will be a trilogy. I think of playing a marathon would be awesome. I don't know if there's enough desire for it at this point. I think we're too far away. But I think if they played it, I think people would go. I think I definitely would if I could. So, but anyway. I'm rambling on now. But,
well, it's a good thing to be rambling on about. It's a very good franchise.
Yeah. I just hope that, even though I know box office is for the birds, and it doesn't really matter, I know people do consider it, the quality of the movie is the most important thing. But if it doesn't make money, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be sad. I want this movie to do well. I want it to attract new fans. I want it to make a lot of money so people will say, we want more. And we've missed these people. Yes, thank you for coming back. That's what I want, Well, like when Star Trek Nemesis didn't make any money, it hurt. It was like a gut punch. I'm like, yeah, I know the movie wasn't that great, but it's TNG, man. It's Picard, man. These guys don't only come out every so often. Show them some respect.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But it's not just our box office anymore that proves a movie does well.
Yeah, it's
if
China.
It opens. It's not just China. China helps. I mean, look at the Resident Evil franchise.
Sure.
It made most of their money
if
overseas.
If they put some big robots in this Bill and Ted movie, the China people will love it.
Yeah, just put the phone booth on top. Have it be the control circuit for a giant
sword. Yeah, it's a transformer. There you go. Anyway, okay. Until next time, I'm Josh.
And I'm Tim.
If you want to give us a rating in iTunes, please do. Leave a comment. Subscribe to us as well. We have a Twitter. It's Pop Culture on Blast. And you can email us directly at pconblast@gmail.com or visit our website. Good night.
Later.